gracias, Bruce. Buenos días de todos. Voy a presentar en inglés, pero Bruce esta mañana ha presentado completamente, claramente sobre principios básicos de seguros. Por eso mi presentación enfoqué mi experiencia en este tema, gobierno cooperativo, y brevemente 5 o 10 minutos máximo. Pocas palabras, gobierno cooperativo más difícil que capital, requerimiento de capital, especialmente implementación de gobierno cooperativo por punto de vista de supervisión es mucho más difícil, es muy difícil. Key message. My key message is very clear. We have to know, supervisors have to understand, have to assess, and have to act on people. People means companies, board members, companies management, companies key function people. It's not a matter of number, it's not a matter of theory, but it's an action and also people's matter. Very simply put, there are two things for corporate governance. Very, how to say, simple summary of what Bruce said this morning. First, we need system. We need policy, or companies need policy, strategy, process, and structure that companies can manage well. Therefore, board, management, and technical responsibility, structure, and system itself is extremely important. This is first point. Everybody knows, and we have to ensure, regulators have to ensure structure works. Even more important is persons. Companies are composed of persons, not from building, not from paper, but companies are composed of board, management, technical people, and people develop and grow the company, but people could destroy the company too. So the role of us regulators is to oversee people of the companies. That's the key message of governance, and that's our responsibility to oversee the people who run the company. It's not number, but people. That's my key message. You know that ICP 5, fit and proper. Fit and proper principles is very famous word. Fit and proper means that proper means right person, fit in a right place, fitting in the right place. Very simple, but we have to ensure that fit and proper is implemented in the right way. As Secretary General of the IAIS for nearly 14 years, I have opportunity to have seen quite a lot of CEOs of internationally active companies regularly. And my experience is quite, revealing. I meet just, those CEOs twice or 3 times a year. But I can tell you that companies' culture and companies' behavior quite well. Some examples. Around 2000, still economy was very good. Companies, insurance companies operate right way, generally speaking. And one very famous CEO at that time, and I think if I mention the name, everybody knew that person. And we had like this round table. We discussed governance. I underlined the importance of governance. And this CEO very briefly mentioned one word. Corporate governance is too expensive. And there's no discussion because my argument and his argument is totally different view. So his view is governance is a cost, not governance is a critical management of a company's right way to run. And he left after a few years during crisis or before crisis. I still remember clearly 2008 March. Again, this type of round table, 4 persons, 3 very big companies CEO, myself. And I asked them questions. And that's the day, March 2008. And the day that we had that panel is the collapse of Bear Stearns, one of the investment banks. And I asked the question to them, how do you oversee or manage non-insurance related operation of your companies? 2 of them did not reply clearly. I understood that they did not understand well their non-insurance part of the business. And one of them, again, is very famous CEO, react very strongly. We manage that business, insurance business, very clearly, so we could see all the risk, non-insurance part well. Not clear answer. All of them gone during the crisis. What I wanted to say is meeting people. I know that you have extremely busy daily work, but superintendente, head of supervision, technical responsibility, you have to see people of the company. You feel it. You know what they are doing, and you understand the culture of the company very clearly when you ask some right questions. So my message today is people, and three things very important. 1, you and us, regulators, have clear responsibility and the power to act on the people. In other words, ICPs have to you should comply with ICPs. Structure of the sort of companies have to be overseen by us. So regulators have clear power, responsibility to oversee the companies. You have to put in the law, regulation. I assume that you do it, but if you not do it, you have to do it first. Second, you should allocate sufficient time and energy to meet people. As Bruce mentioned, off-site inspection is important, but as important as off-site inspection is on-site inspection. You have to meet people, check the company, and talk with people. Also very important, particularly level of management of supervisory authority, superintendente or head of supervision, you have to also see the management and board. And Bruce, in the end of his speech, we should focus our energy and time on the most risky part, urgent part and risky part. We cannot meet 300 companies every, or 6 months. You should focus most important, urgent, and risky part of your sort of company. You have to meet, and you have to feel it. So second. Third, most difficult, but most important, is act on what you have concluded. Important principle of ICPs, regulators, supervisors are independent. Your judgment is critical to sound operation of your market, of that company. So you should have a clear judgment, right one, and act on that. And act on timely. Timely action is critical. Particularly nowadays, market is so interconnected and market moves so quickly. So timely action is extremely important. Hindsight, we could say a lot of things, crisis, why, that CEO lasts so long and so on. And why, that company did not change culture. Hindsight, we could say a lot. But timely action is critically important and based on your right judgment. I stress that this is one of the most challenging and one of the most important responsibility of superintendente and superintendencia supervisors in general. And I could say at the beginning, this is even more difficult than capital supervision itself. It's not the number, but it's people. and act on people is not at all easy. Thank you.